In the heart of Manhattan, Columbia University, a bastion of academic excellence and progressive ideals, found itself at a crossroads. The air buzzed with tension as whispers of impending federal funding cut spread like wildfire through the hallowed halls. The Trump administration, wielding its power with a heavy hand, had issued an ultimatum: comply with a series of demands or face the loss of $400 million in federal grants and contracts. For an institution that prided itself on its commitment to free speech and intellectual inquiry, the prospect of capitulation was both alarming and surreal. As the administration convened emergency meetings, the urgency was palpable. Faculty members, accustomed to a certain level of autonomy, felt the ground shift beneath their feet. The university had always been a stronghold of liberal thought, a place where dissent was not only welcomed but celebrated. Now, the very principles that had guided its mission were under siege. The demands from Washington were stark and uncompromising. They included a complete overhaul of protest policies, significant changes to security practices, and a thorough reevaluation of the Middle Eastern Studies Department, which had long been a focal point of academic debate and controversy. The decision to comply was not made lightly. University leaders understood that the stakes were high and that the loss of funding could have devastating consequences, not just for research initiatives, but for the very fabric of the institution. As they weighed their options, the reality of the situation began to crystallize. To preserve their financial lifeline, they had to make concessions that many faculty members deemed unacceptable. The administration's reasoning was simple yet disconcerting: survival in the face of a hostile political climate. The announcement came as a shock. Faculty members gathered in stunned silence, grappling with the implications of the university's newfound alignment with the administration's agenda. The overhaul of protest policy meant that the vibrant, sometimes chaotic demonstrations that had characterized campus life were now subject to stringent regulations. Security practices would be tightened, transforming the university from a welcoming environment for free expression into a more controlled, monitored space. Perhaps most controversially, the Middle Eastern Studies Department, long a critical hub for diverse perspectives and scholarly debate, was to undergo a reevaluation that many feared would lead to censorship and a narrowing of academic discourse. As the dust settled, the ramifications of Columbia's decision began to ripple through the academic community. Faculty members expressed their outrage, some contemplating resignations in protest, while others sought to rally their colleagues in defense of the university's values. The once unified front of academia appeared fractured, with a growing divide between those who believed in compliance as a necessary evil and those who saw it as a betrayal of the institution's core principles. Columbia's capitulation sent shockwaves beyond its campus. Other elite institutions, Harvard, Stanford, the University of Michigan, watched closely, aware that their own funding was precariously tied to federal support. The question loomed large: if Columbia could bend the knee, what would stop others from following suit? The potential for a concerning precedent loomed over the higher education landscape, threatening to reshape the relationship between academia and government in profound ways. As the university navigated this treacherous terrain, the broader implications of its actions sparked a national conversation about the role of elite institutions in a democracy. Were they to remain bastions of free thought and inquiry, or would they become pawns in a political game dictated by funding and power? The tension between maintaining academic integrity and securing financial viability became a central theme, echoing through the corridors of power and academia alike. In the aftermath of Columbia's unexpected agreement with the Trump administration, the future of higher education hung in the balance. The university had made its choice, but the question remained: at what cost? As faculty members prepared to confront the new reality, the battle for the soul of academia was only just beginning, and the stakes had never been higher. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Viral News 9 Daily.